everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Carry for Latavius Murray. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlighted, wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
All right, here we go.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now this is Bryant on the end around. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Their big tight end. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go. Wide at the 8. Set. Wide at the 8.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's incomplete.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. Bryant with a catch right side. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They go end around. This is Wheaton. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling a drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Again, it's Bell. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Now Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to... But it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
All right, here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing his Carr on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. On On second down, Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Ben on third and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Mario Edwards. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the I. They go with Murray again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So now 1st and 15. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Here we go. Set, red, 18.
From the gun, it's Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to air one out. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you across the country to Orlando. It's halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 1 yard to go here on third down. Play clock winding down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the bell. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So with a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 1st down, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Still 9 yards to go on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Taken in at the 22. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Time running out here on the play clock. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. On second down, Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. The play clock's running down. Now Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Steelers a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Out left side here to Bryant. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's second down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run here. It's Murray. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Six yards to go here on second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Play clock winding down. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Wheaton with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Roethlisberger going to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mario Edwards in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
We ready? Red 18. Hey, we go rally. Rally. Hey, we go rally. Rally. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's got time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right? The overall game sheet.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Oakland, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.